All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The second section in Topic 8 really builds off of 8.1, 8.2, and 8.4, what we talked about earlier or yesterday with using models to multiply fractions, and that's finding an area of a rectangle. And so we can multiply fractions using an area model. And so you'll notice today that these models look a lot like some of the examples. Oops, I apologize for these technical difficulties. These models look a lot like the examples we did yesterday. So the first thing we need to recall here and highlight in our notes is what is the formula for area, right? And that is length times width, right? Or area equals L times W. We use the cursive L so it does not look like a lowercase 1. The second thing we must recall is that we always label area in square units. And so there are some examples, and I will also write a couple more using the 2 to represent square, the exponent of 2 to represent squared. So our example here is that a rectangular poster is 1/4 of a yard wide, right? Our first number goes across the top, and 3/4 of a yard tall. Our second number goes along the side. What is its area? So 1 out of 4. So we shade in 1 out of 4, and then we shade in, going in the opposite direction, 3 out of 4. The answer is our overlap. So how many boxes have both blue and red? 1, 2, 3. How many boxes are there total? Right, that is 4, 8, 12, 16. Our answer is 3/16 yards squared. There is a shortcut to this. I will show you the shortcut so that you may check, right? Again, when we multiply fractions, we multiply going straight across. So we would have our numerators times our numerators, and our denominators times our denominators. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 4 is 16. Would you look at that? The answers are the same. All right. All right. We're going to do one of these examples together and the other one on your own. So, in this example here, we have a rectangle that is 4/6 by 1/3. So 4/6. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns. I shade in 4. One-third. There are 1, 2, 3 rows. I shade in 1 out of 3. My answer are the boxes that have blue and green together. That is 4 boxes out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 out of 18. To check that our multiplication is correct, we multiply 4 times 1, which is 4, and 3 times 6, which is 18. We label, again we're measuring in yards, squared. All right. And the only catch to this one is that this particular fraction is not in simplest form. We always want to be in simplest form. So both of these even numbers can be divided by 2. So the most correct answer is 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. That will be 2/9 yards squared. All right. For the purposes of the next one, I'm going to do that number in blue and that number in green. Go ahead and pause the screen and try it on your own. So I have 3/5, 3 out of my 5 columns shaded in green, times 2/5, 2 out of my 5 rows shaded in blue. The boxes with blue and green are our answer. That would be 6 boxes out of, let's see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 5, that's a 25. And just in case we are unsure of that, let's check with multiplication. 2/5 times 3/5, right? 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 5 is 25. I almost forgot a label. That would be units squared. Units squared. Pause the screen and try both of these on your own. Right. In this first example, I have a rectangle that is 1/2 by 1/8. So I shaded in one of the 2 columns blue, one of the 8 rows red. My overlap is blue and red together. Right, that is 1 out of 16 total. I checked here with multiplication. I labeled feet squared. In this next one, we are finding the area of a square, which explains why they've only given me one measurement, because all sides in a square are equal. So it's 3/8 times 3/8. So going both directions, I have 3 columns blue, 3 rows green. My overlap are blue and green together, a total of 9 squares out of 64 in my grid. Your next step would be to log on to the online textbook, complete the practice buddy for 8-6, and see me with any questions. Have a great day.